everyone. It's been pretty quiet up here at the lot building wise because our building inspector was coming by to do the inspection of our framing, and so we needed to tidy up a few things and make sure everything was in order, and he's just left, and we passed. We have to do a few things that he suggested, a few improvements and small things, but other than that we passed and we can move forward onto the other things now, which is really great news. But during that time we didn't do a lot. We built a sawbuck and cut firewood, and I guess the most important thing for us was we have a really good neighbor up here, Peter, and Peter is a former blacksmith, horse doctor, horse dentist, horse whisperer, and tool and die maker, and he's just so talented with his hands. Anyway, he saw our canoe and said that he could fix it. So Peter fixed it, and I took some video of that. So the canoe had been sitting outside for the spring and the early part of the summer, and this is our first time in it, and the seat broke. The bow seat broke right here. The gunwale came apart. It's a little rotted. Now this canoe is, we figure, at least 40 years old, because she's not seaworthy anymore.
There's no reason why that can't be cleaned up.
Yeah,
that can all go back together.
And is that ash as well, that piece there?
Everything is ash.
Yeah.
That's ash. You know, you start poking at it and it just, look, wood's just disappearing.
Yeah, it's pretty rotted.
It's been all the way down. I gotta come back to this one here. Should be a screw here. There's a screw. That's a piece of wood I need.
Yep.
I need to make a new piece like that. The rest I've checked it all the way around. These have got to be filled. If you put your hand on here, the seal has gone completely under here. But if you leave it, this will just creep right through that whole thing. But there's nothing. It's pretty solid. See, if you look here, you can see it's a U. It fits over the top. And then they've come through with all the brass screws. There's one. That one I can't get out. I'll probably have to break it out once I've cut. I'll back cut it like it comes in and come down on it.
Yeah.
Because you'll never see it when I'm finished. By the time I've sanded that all down, because the piece of wood I'm using is way too big. It's put a new piece in, resealed, and then I'll revarnish it all.
That sounds great, Peter. Wow, that fits in perfectly.
And if you go down there and look down the eye on it, but this is, if you go like that with your hand, you can feel my joints.
Yeah.
It'll bring it up, and it'll bring up. See, that's where the varnish that was there has disappeared, and the water has got at the ash. It stained it.
Yes.
I don't want to say, so if I go something like this, it's here, shine, it's here, everything, it becomes new again.
Just coming over to have a look at the final product of all of Peter's hard work. He's repaired the canoe. He found a piece of ash. He bent it and fitted in perfectly where the old piece was broken, and did a beautiful job on it. He left it a little thicker. Thicker is stronger, according to him. And we both agreed that we wanted to keep the boat looking like it is a 40-year-old boat. So no sanding down the patina. We kept it all there. But what he did do was he took off all the sealant all the way around underneath, cleaned everything out of the gunnels, and resealed the whole thing. And then he used a special spar varnish, this one here, to coat all of the wood. And I think he told me he put 3 coats on. And Peter's quite the craftsman. He can do just about anything. So he took off the brass and polished them up and cleaned them up. And he's told me that this canoe might be over 40 years old, but he's pretty sure it's going to live another 40, which is really good news. It looks great. Fabulous job.
And I can make you whatever railings you need. I think the easiest way is to go this way, gently, and I go up through there and throw them away. Although we came this way, didn't we?
No, we came up here
Did we?
to your
Go
left.
the same way as we went. That might be a little tight there. This way we can go any way we want. Instead of wrestling around the house, we'll go that way. How's that?
You're in the lead.
Can I walk across that?
Yeah, but be careful. It's not even.
Okay.
There's pieces of wood that be real careful.
Okay, I'm just going to go down.
That's a good idea.
There we go. You ready?
Yep. Perfect.
Okay. But anyway, there we go.
Beautiful. So today the plan is to make a sawbuck so I can start cutting up a lot of the branches and trees that have come down on the property and eventually use them for firewood.